Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, everyone. Hello. Ah, I see you. Oh, yes, I see you. I see all you beautiful people that LaBruja told me all about. Let's just get into this. Let me know, New Jericho. Am I clear? Am I live? Am I live?
You're live.
Thank you. Good evening. And welcome to the New Yorican Poetas Cafe. I'm LaBruja's third grade teacher, Ms. to you, Ms. Magliari Morantino. I'm a little nervous to have you all in my class. I'm a little bit bad with names, but I make a great lasagna. So, anywho, I had the pleasure of teaching your weekly host, Clarendon Delaney. No, what's her name? Claridad de la Cruz. No, I mean, what? Oh, God. I never got her name right. Oh, right. Caridad de la Luz. She let me call her that for the whole year, never corrected me. What a good girl. But she's known to all you guys now as La Bruja, the witch. But she's off flying on her broom tonight and asked me to fill in because of all the spooky memories she has of me. She wanted you guys to get a little taste of my muscle marinara. This is the Bronx in the 70s. So I'm half Italian and I'm half Jewish. So that makes me racist. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I used to be. I'm not anymore. And you shouldn't be either. I mean, look at my vest. It's for diversity. Anyhow, if this is your first time performing, let me know and I will sing the Pop the Cherry song because that's what La Bruja told me to do and she won't pay me if I don't follow the rules and my pension. So I will sing the Pop the Cherry song, which is very inappropriate. It is a new poem. If it is that you're reciting, let us know and we will say new shit. Also, very inappropriate. I let you know you have about 4 minutes max to do your thing. And so if you finish at 3 minutes, go back to your seats and write thank you, Miss Magliari Morantino, 100 times. I have to thank our sponsors, National Endowment for the Arts, Council on the Arts, New York City Department of Cultural Affairs, Amazon Literary Partnership, New York City Community Trust, and if you feel like making a donation to the New Yorker, do it, contribute. I would also like to thank Overdose, Richard Santiago Jr. in here, who he's a poet and a culinary stallion, not an Italian stallion, a Puerto Rican stallion, but he made a whole line of coquito, different coquitos ranging from peanut butter to pumpkin. And it's mixed with rum, Henny, and Frangelica. I'm loving it. I already am drinking the horchata, and it has me with La Testa Mulata. Since horchata is from Mexico, this song I'm about to perform is Mexican too. It's a classic, spooky hit translated to English by La Bruja. So it's what? It's La Bruja? Oh, sorry. La Bruja. So it's actually some new shit. So here we go. The overdose coquito has me flying. But now I get the name overdose. And here we go. Oh, how lovely it's to fly at 3 o'clock in the morning. At 3 o'clock in the morning. Oh, how lovely it's to fly, oh, mama, to fly and let yourself fall into the arms of a madam, me, into the arms of a madam, woo, until my tears start to fall, oh mama. La Bruja, she snatched me then off to her hut. I turned to a pumpkin, then thrown in a pot. La Bruja, she grabbed me and off to her room to stir up the pot and then eat me for food. So tell me, please tell me, oh, tell me you must. How many wee creatures have you gobbled up? Oh, madam, not one, no, not one, maybe three. My purest intention to gobble up thee. Yeah. All right, are we ready to rock and roll? Woo. Let me copy all these names. We've got Rosalind Diaz coming up first and foremost. Woo woo.
Hey y'all. So this piece I'm about to perform is my latest baby. It's new shit. And it's called The Gift of Euphoria by Mother Gaia Explained. It is my daily mission to find the earth's heartbeat, to get lost in its breath, and be still enough to hear its whispers in the form of breeze against my skin, to take all of its beauty in, using all of my God-given senses, to see, to touch, to smell, to feel, to hear. If I listen close enough, I can tune into Mother Nature's plead for us to break away from the binding chains of technology and dare to dive deep into the unknown that is right at my fingertips in the form of precipitation and wet soil in the grip of my fist, begging to be set free and put back where it is meant to be. We are gifted with the warmth of the sun and its faithful embrace, and I find myself in a never-ending chase to discover all the peace and tranquility that Mother Nature has to offer. My yearning need to explore the journey of the overthinker, the dreamer, mesmerized by the canvas that is the sky, and its unbroken promise never to create the same color pattern twice while the world spins. I can be found somewhere, looking forward to the sunrises and sunsets that my eyes can witness. As I realize that my gratitude for the ground beneath me comes from my connection to Mother Nature and its undying perfection, because I am her and she is me. We are one. And the magic that she is can never be undone. For all your earth, wind, and fire, thank you, beloved Mother Gaia. End poem.
Lovely Roz. Lovely Roz. I love Earth, Wind, and Fire too. I love it. Thank you so much for your new cockadoo. I won't say shit no more. No, it's naughty. Okay. So next we have Matthew. Matthew Marroquin, I think.
Marroquin.
Listen, I called her Claridad de la Cruz her whole life, and you're going to correct me?
Oh, hell yeah, I am.
Okay, what is it? What is it?
Marroquin. The Q-U makes a K sound.
Oh, Marroquin.
Uh-huh.
I'm a little more keen now.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
All right, what are you going to hit us with? Hit it.
This is also something I just wrote not too long ago. So
new cockadoo.
Oh yeah, for sure. Some new little bit of poetic prose over here. Not really sure what it is, but I'm gonna read it. It's called The Boy Who Could Write. He has rough hands, hands that have worked, but back then when his hands were not as rough, he would write. He would write and write words like gold and silver, oro y plata, spilling over the paper but never fully getting it wet, just enough for it all to soak up in but never spill out. He'd write and write for the men on the streets who'd want to send letters to their families. They'd want to say all sorts of words, beautiful words, terrible words, but more than anything, they wanted to be able to send their words across the land for others to hear. Although they could not write, not in the sense that they could not write like the boy, but they could not write because they did not know how. The boy, he'd write in cursive and calligraphy pen across paper until he had no papers left. That wouldn't be the last time he wouldn't have any papers. No letters left to write. The boy would write and write, but then he stopped. He had to stop. Writing is nice, yes, but it did not bring in money. It did not bring in food to his family. It did not let them survive. So the boy stopped writing, stopped going to school, but never stopped learning, never stopped working. He may never be able to stop working. Although his writing, his beautiful writing of oro y plata, gold and silver, will still exist in memory. The beautiful words, the terrible words, the words that sail across the worn, torn land that have crossed borders still exist. They're passed on, words written in the blood passed through his Salvadorian veins to his son, a son whose hands are soft like candle wax, for he has not worked and worked to bring food to the family or money in, or even know what it's like to survive. The writing of cursive gold and silver calligraphy was lost in the crossing of borders. Yes, gone it is when the pen touches the paper, yet these wax hands can still melt and spill new words onto the parchment, words that hold a flame, maybe, just maybe, to the words written by the man before him, the one who aided him in bringing him into this world. Words in a different language, but words all the same. Yes, the boy used to write and write such beautiful, terrible, outspread words for those men on the streets who could not even write their own names, but his son, it's a son who writes the words to the boy now. It's the son's duty now to share the boy's words, words unwritten like the niño stolen from his village during the Civil War, lost like the boy who escaped to the border. Maybe, just maybe, when the wax dries and cracks like the man's hands do now, and it's picked off the paper, there will be gold and silver underneath. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Matthew. The last time I ran out of papers, it was it was the 60s. It was my hippie days. It was terrible to run out of papers. Thank you, Matthew Mannequins. Okay, next we're going to, who is it on the roster? Nick Pally.
Hello.
Pally.
Oh,
Nick.
yeah. Hey, what's going on, everyone?
I heard about you, Nick.
You've heard about me.
LaBruce
Yes.
said many lovely things.
Oh, that must be good signs. Well, how am I going to follow up with that? Well, I also have new shit too as well.
Oh,
Yes.
new cockadoo. Take it away, Nick.
So I've learned a lot from everyone over here. Yesterday was a very special day in Greek culture. This one is called Ohi. Ohi Day, October 28th, the anniversary of the no. The day the Prime Minister Metamaxis said Ohi to fascists, or the actual phrase Aloha ses neger, or in Greek, Tote apto semenie poliemo. Italian and German troops in Albania attacked the Greek border. When people caught wind of that, citizens took to the streets screaming Ohi, ready to brawl, and they were outnumbered nearly 3-1. Thousands of Greek soldiers fighting back fascist Italy and Nazi Germany, scared out of their minds, but fighting. Limbs torn, bodies worn, spirits missing. They fought, but brutality blistered and battered on. Italy failed, Germany ultimately succeeded, and invaded further into Greece. The Ethniki Antistasi, or Greek resistance, was then born. In terms of history, this had an impact on the World War that the history books don't talk about. Because of the invasion of Greece, it delayed the Germans from going after Russia. It served as a sort of Greek fiasco in Hitler's head, and when he knew he was defeated, he looked back at this with dread. There are quotes saying that the Greeks fought admirably, and coincidentally, I knew that it's bullshit. They believed in the Aryan race instead of showing love and to embrace. We celebrate this day to gather with family. However, families are divided now more than ever. Instead of uniting against the very problems that were relevant then and still today, we have become sheepish to speaking out against those who are abusive abominations. Well, I got this to say. Skata pasimo, minta paratas, staite inomenai. Fuck fascism. Don't give up. Stand united. And more importantly, if someone is being the oppressor, think about that resistance and channel that inner Spartan within, and you shall be the successor. In peace.
That was very brave. Thank you, Nick. Let everybody know anything else you want to tell them. I love Greece. I love the salad. Delicious. My favorite.
Definitely is. Sorry if my Greek was sounding a little broken. There's like over 200 dialects of Greek, and I'm still learning it, but you know, it was a pretty good attempt. You could follow me on Instagram at the real Nick P. I have a Cash App $ Pelia Logos, and also we have a book that me, Miro, and a few other people are working on too as well. I will drop the details in the chat too as well for that, and all the details that you will need to know and everything. Thank you guys. Let's keep it going and keep it flowing.
Thank you, Nick. Now, I see here listed Generalissimo Brian Franco.
Shalom, everyone.
Shalom.
Yeah, we're of the same tribe, aren't we, honey?
Halfway.
Halfway. Well, that's good enough for me. My mama would accept you. Okay, so let's do two new pieces of new shit for you.
Okay. Generalissimo.
The first is called It's All About the Protein. I'm in the mood for shoe fly pie with plenty of flies. When flies see you eating their friends with coconut whipped cream on the side with every smile-laden bite, they leave you alone, tell all the other flies, and even alert the mosquitoes. Mosquito in green tomato cheddar pie is a savory pie that tastes too good to be true. The crust can be traditional or graham cracker. Place thinly sliced, super extra sharp cheddar cheese over the crust. Top it with slices of tart green underripe tomatoes. Sprinkle a mix of allspice and brown sugar atop the tomatoes. Then layer like lasagna 2 or 3 times. Top with pumpkin and sunflower seeds over the top layer of cheese. Bake under foil, then remove the foil for 5 minutes so the seeds get toasty tasty, and dig into this addictive delight. Mosquitoes are said to taste like ground Sichuan peppercorns. Thank you very much. The next poem is called The Secret to Surviving Sinkholes. It seemed to happen so organically. I decided to stay in bed more than 5 minutes, then 10 minutes, then an hour, and so on and so forth. Tears happened. For no discernible reason, out of the blue, without warning, without trigger, without help, I would have stayed in bed. This sudden sadness didn't just happen, it manifested. It was waiting in the wings to throw me the worst kind of surprise party. No people, no presents, no cake, but plenty of candles to burn down my life, my self-esteem, my sense of worth. Without help, I would have accepted the storyline the bed told me that it was the safest place for my existence. But beds that talk are the voices of depression. Depression can seem like a cul-de-sac sinkhole that sucks in a car parked on the street, then a fire hydrant takes a bite of sidewalk, then attacks a front yard, working its way up a walkway to the front door. It politely rings the doorbell before swallowing the door. A family of 4 and 2 dogs have to escape through the backyard, abandon everything they own, even cars, because the sinkhole expanded westward, engulfing the driveway. The inestimable speed of a sinkhole acts like depression when the word chemical is bandied about by a doctor. No words used by doctors are dirty words. Some words are just crutches, something temporary, till the person who listened to their bed instead of their head started recognizing the existence of their heart, their skin, their hair, their soul. Their peripheral vision is hampered by a hoodie the bed gave them as a gift at the surprise party that surprisingly never stopped. But now the owner of the bed has asked for help. He learned he could yell surprise at the bed, get up, and walk away. Thank you very much, everyone.
Mr. Franco, thank you. Thank you so much. That was like reliving my nightmares last night, and I'm hungry now. Next, we have Mr. James Speaker Sears. Mr. Sears. Hello.
Hello.
Oh,
Hello. Hello.
masquerade, are we?
We're trying. We want you to vote first.
I've got my pin LaBruja gave me. It says Pendejo Free 2020. Pendejo Free. Not sure what it means, but I'm wearing it.
Cry like a man. Or a Batman. But cry like a man. Son, do not believe the hype some people are out there selling. Listen closely to me because it's only the truth I am telling. You will soon be a man, a leader, a father, a king with a crown. But before you take your throne, there are some things you have got to put down. As a leader, you must learn to excel under pressure and succeed through stress. See, others will look to you for guidances. That is one of your many tests. Understand, I am not against crying, as it can relieve and cleanse the soul. Even the Savior wept. But I need to teach you to cry like a man before I let you go. Son, cry with your heart as your fellow man commits crimes and goes to jail. Cry with your support for him as you gather money to post his bail. Cry with your education as you learn good from bad and right from wrong. Even cry with your verses if you decide to recite poetry, sing, or even write songs to correct and right wrongs. Cry for your children as you put that work in daily for your seed. Rarely should you call in sick because you have responsibilities and they have needs. Cry with your pants pulled up, your belt worn tight, and show that you have high standards. Cry with your daily shower, clean clothes, fresh breath, and always display your table's manners. Cry with your promptness as you control your destiny and your fate. Remember, son, always be early because to be on time is actually to be late. Cry with your trade. Cry as you learn your job well. Learn to communicate to others as you have a story to tell. Cry with the truth, loyalty, honor, respect, and cry with your dignity. Refuse to be a victim and continue to teach others as you help fight illiteracy. Cry with your love, sweat, determination, commitment, and cry with your patience. Son, cry with your ambitions and cry as you overcome all of life's complications. Cry as you pray for others and be happy with their success. Even cry with your failures, but cry by always doing your very, very best. Cry with your knowledge and the intelligence you got from those books you've been reading. Remember, you will have to work twice as hard and do twice as much just to stay even. So keep achieving. Cry for those saints to pray you through all of life's many issues. See, my son, real men cry a lot, but we cry with our actions as we rarely take time to cry into tissues.
I'm over here holding back tears.
Hold them back.
I have cried so much just because I'm a teacher in the 70s in the Bronx.
Ooh.
Enough tears that I could fill your empty fish tank back there, I could see.
Jack, it needs it.
Ay. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you.
Okay, now let's see. Let's go with who's next? Jeff. Cottrell?
There we are, yes.
Hello.
Hello.
And tell me, what are you doing today? I hope
Well-
you're looking to get an A.
Yes, well, I am going to attempt an audience participation piece. So it'd be great to have at least a few people unmuted, if possible. What do you say? Any volunteers?
You get extra credit. Anyone wants to do it, you get extra credit. And I'll just make sure I spell your name wrong.
Saw Mr. Speaker put his hand up anyway. All right. So what I'm going to do anyway is I'm going to say a series of statements in character. And when I follow the statement by putting my hand up like this, I want you to go, yay. Just a really bored, unenthusiastic yay.
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 And if I wave my hand like this, I want you to go, yay!
Yay.
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 Okay, you're doing well. So this is called politics. I'm going to make life better for every citizen of this community.
Yay.
Yay.
I'm going to cut your taxes.
Yeah.
Yay.
I'm going to ensure that our community has fresh air, clean drinking water, and a universal power grid run on natural, renewable energy.
Yay.
I'm going to cut your taxes.
Yeah.
Yay. Yay.
I won't rest 1 minute until all the adults in this community, regardless of gender, race, or age, have equal opportunity for employment and education.
Yay.
I'm going to cut your taxes.
Yeah.
Yay.
I'm going to invest into building a state-of-the-art transit system that covers every neighborhood, minimizes wait times, and rarely ever delays or breaks down.
Yay.
I'm going to cut your taxes.
Yeah.
Yay.
I'm going to stop all the violence in this community and ensure that everyone feels safe on our streets, day or night.
Yay.
I'm going to cut your taxes.
Yeah.
Yay.
I have a plan to solve the community's homelessness problem in a way that leaves all citizens with dignity, self-respect, and affordable housing.
Yay.
Yay.
Cut your taxes.
Yeah.
Yay.
I'll do whatever it takes until every member of this community reaches his or her full potential and maximum self-actualization.
Yay.
Blah, 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 blah. Cut your taxes.
Yeah.
Yay.
I will somehow find a way to make sure every member of this community gets laid every single night with Jennifer Lawrence or David Beckham or both.
Yay. Wait, I'm confused.
I'm going to smack every one of you in the face with a waffle iron, and then maybe I'll cut your taxes.
Oh, yay.
Cut taxes, cut taxes. I'm going to cut your taxes?
Yay.
I hate all of you because you're a bunch of pansy pinko wimps, and I hope you all die alone and in horrible agony.
Yay.
Soft candidate number 2. Oh, to fuck with this. I'm going to withdraw from the race and vote for him.
Yay.
I never said I was going to cut your taxes. Yay! We love politics. That was politics.
Yay. Thank you, Jeff, for exposing our realities and making me see the darkness that I live in every day. I'm going to go cry some more. Anything else you want me to cry about?
Cry because La Bruja's not here.
Oh, you don't know her, how I know her.
I've never seen the two of you in the same room at the same time. I wonder why that is. It's a mystery, man.
Well, you know, she was always cutting class at 3rd grade. She was already smoking pot and leaving.
Oh, wow.
But she's come a long way, and thank you so much, Jeff. And I'll let her know you were looking for her and all that. Good night.
All right.
Okay. Yay! Next, Monica Berger. Is there a Monica here? Or poet? Hello.
Hi.
Oh, hello.
Hey. Hello. How are you?
I'm trying to recover from my pension loss, so I'm here.
Okay. Well, good to see you. Good. Nice to meet you.
Thank you. And how are you?
Good. So I always show my shoes when I step on stage.
Well, oh,
So I am starting to repeat the first time. I really was trying to avoid that, but you haven't seen them. So
oh, well,
Hey.
I wouldn't survive a day teaching in those.
I last until 1 o'clock and then I change my shoes.
That's great. I'm
Because I'm
excited.
a teacher as well. So
Oh, you poor baby. All cry tears into Speaker Sears' tank. Oh, so let's not get too crazy. Let me compose myself. And
Okay.
I love your shoe.
Thank you.
It's like York Peppermint Patty meets Pepto-Bismol.
Ooh, nice. I like that.
So what are you gonna do for us?
Some new shit. It has an intro and it has a little music. So
Cock-a-doodie new shit, do it!
thank you. All right, this piece is not about the good man. This is dedicated to the fuckboy and to a society that promotes and romanticizes the fuckboy, especially in media, from the character Joey and Friends to the fuckboy and Crazy Stupid Love that was portrayed as the love interest good guy hero. Bullshit.
Was so unjust. Don't bargain for fish. That's still in the waters, yeah. The world is so unjust. You don't know who to trust, my brethren. Yeah.
Finally, the term playa has appropriately changed to fuckboy, but I prefer fuck dick or fucking dick, but it still isn't harsh enough and we still only have the one term to our million slut, hoe, hooker degrading insults. I am disgusted with this world, the objectification of women pitting us against each other, falling for the trap of competition, when really it's a big waste of time. A dude will fuck both of you and not think twice. They will get with their wingman, high five each other and call it an Eiffel Tower. Is trust even possible? Real trust is always blind. You can't see everything. People are capable of anything. Maybe that's why a lot of men like their women 20, because those girls have no idea yet. They're still innocent, naive to life, unburned type pussy. Is trust even wise? If you're wired monogamous in your 40s, you're fucked, because to be exclusive, you have to trust. But after you live life for a while, trust is not a very fair game, not very logical. When someone cheats on us, we are judged and told, how did you not know? We are the ones lied to, but somehow it becomes our fault. You must have known. There's always signs, or you must have not kept your man satisfied. That's why. Fuck you. And what the fuck? What is one to do? I tried friends with benefits, but it still hurts when someone is fucking someone else, even when they are in the right, because we're just friends and not exclusive. Such bullshit. Then you get in committed relationship because of the pandemic, and here comes the pressure of blindly trusting. Got to let it all go. All the past hurt, go back to sleep and hopefully wake up PTSD free, STD clear, fear not, eyes wide open. Let a dude earn that trust. Action speaks louder than words. Don't listen to the blah blah. We all have flaws. You just have to know which ones you're willing to accept and which ones will break the deal. Who feels it knows it. You gotta trust that. We know shit deep down. Intuition can be haunting if it's ignored. Our higher self is always talking, warning, telling, parting wisdom, pointing out the charisma. The Prince Charming fuckboy is just charming you. To charm is an action word, something that is done to you. Don't fall for dude. That is something he does, not who he is. He's not charming. It's called manipulating. Free ourselves from the misogyny. Lace yourselves in self-esteem. It is poison for the chauvinist pig. Oh, we have two terms to our million skank floozy bitch degrading labels. Don't believe the happily ever after fables of a man swooping in at the 11th hour, saving our souls. We are one. We are our own superheroes. No one completes you. We need to come whole and watch out for the super villain who wants to break us down, projecting their own illin. Choose wisely, find another whole human being that is not wired selfishly. Pick proper, sensitively strong partner and say fuck off to the shatas. Love yourself, don't settle for less. Treat people the way you want to be treated and hold that high expectation for yourself. Be kind, your truth. Live your truth, walk your talk, live your dream, answer the call to your purpose, live shame-free. You hold your own key to your house. Don't let strangers in, lock it up, guard your heart, and give your precious love to the one who deserves you. Surround yourself with your real friends and forget the rest. Say no to the fuck boy and be proud of who you are. Retire the fight, fill your life with joy. It's the fuck dick's kryptonite.
I know. The language.
Sorry. And I'm a kindergarten teacher. Tourette's when I get home. I'm sorry.
Oh, I felt rage I never thought I had.
Oh.
And so thank you for that.
Thank you.
I got a flashback of that one tryst with the custodian, but it was trash. It was trash. Okay.
Trash boy.
Thank you so much, Monica Berger. That was fantabulous from Monica.
Thank you.
And learn all of that out there, you. And so thank you. We're gonna go now. Oh, okay. Are you good, Monica? Did you get it all off of your chesties?
I did. I'm free now. Thank you.
It's not your chest, it's your chesties.
I got my joy back now. Thank you.
And Dejo free, okay? Keep it.
Yes.
Funky. All right. Thank you, Monica Berger with the shoes. We're gonna go to Japan with Poeta Q. K. Q. Cupid, Kwa. What is it?
Teacher Bruja.
Yes.
Teacher Bruja.
I was her third grade teacher. Yes.
Can I perform? Can I perform Samurai?
Yes. Just don't cut anyone.
Yay. Tonight I will show you the tale of Heike, ancient Japanese samurai's family by Japanglish. Now I try. I hope you like it. Young soldier no kamen no koe, the sound of the bell in the Gion temple. Shodo mujo no hibiki ya, echo the impermanence of everything. Sara soju no hana no flowers are to indicate. Josha hisui no kotowari o arawasu, the process must decay. 溺れる人も差しからず、やるがんけのや。ただ、春の夜の夢のごとし、like a dream of a spring night。竹金物もついには滅ぶ。Those who are powerful will finish。ひとえに風の前の塵に同じ。The same as the die before the wind。ひとえに風の前の塵に同じ The same as the dust before the wind. Thank you. Thank you.
That was special. I was impressed.
Thank you, thank you.
Poeta Q, everyone, listen.
See you
Anything else?
next. Thank you. See you next. Good
The next-
Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
That's a cool samurai descendant. I love it. Everyone, remember who you are and remember who you're not. Okay? And so, furthermore and henceforth, I know I'm going to botch this name up. So, let's bring him on to teach me how to say his name.
Hello. So my name is
Hello.
Teso Somok.
Tesso Somok, everyone.
You ready to rock and roll?
I hope so.
Okay, so this is my Halloween piece. Grandpa's All Preserved Jar. Grandpa was a sort of a storyteller thrown into the trade by the birth of grandkids. He could always muster up some fantastic tale to amaze by the evening fireplace. One night he brought out a big jar, which he covered with a cloth, not to give away his surprise. Against the shadows made by the kerosene lamps, he threw his hands up in the air, began his operatic presentation of the evening's tale. La noche triste, he said, enlarging his eyes behind his glasses and stretching his mouth in big oval words. Was not really a sad night. You see, he pointed at a painting of a great grandpa who was dark bronze, small man, which hung above the fireplace. We were once called Huicholes, tributaries of Jalisco, the place of the sand. And we too were part of a long line of mound builders who once migrated from the Ohio valleys all through the Southwest and settled these parts of Mesoamerica. He pointed to Joaquin, who was güero, blonde, mestizo, and said, picking him up and tossing him up in the air and catching him. He too is related to our ancestors from Aztlan, even though you guys make fun of him. Grandpa was looking disapprovingly and mean at us, and we all settled silent and fearful of the man who had raised cattle and farmed the San Jose de las Palmas ranch. He continued while we made faces at each other. In 1521, there came a man who was mistaken for Quetzalcoatl, manifestation of the creator, Ometeotl, the Nahuatl supreme deity of the near and the far. And he who is in his greed had disobeyed the mayor of Cuba, his commander, landed in Veracruz and proceeded in defeating the Mayan tributaries, and still continue moving forward towards the place of the black and the red, where it been spoken of him laid an island city made of gold. He proceeded forward with the help of Malintzin, his Mayan, Nahuatl, and Spanish translator, trader, deceiving smaller townships into joining his battle against the children of the sun, the Mexica Tenochca. It was him who, with 25,000 other surrounding warriors from Tlaxcala, had arrived in Tenochtitlan against all the protests of Moctezuma II, whose insecurity had allowed the unbathed Cortes to enter the city. Grandpa drew a facsimile of this majestic island city on the floor with a poker pointing to its four entrances and its fantastically engineered causeways. We all looked deep into the floor as if it were bottomless, straining over each other's shoulders and then looking back at Grandpa's bewitching eyes as he stretched out his arms. We were caught in this fantastic trance and we loved it. He then brought the poker down to the Zócalo, the forbidden city, the place here where he pointed. The festivities were taking place that one night when Cortés was away and his men, like mad dogs, frothed at the mouth with greed when they saw the wealth displayed by the Mexica Tenochca during the celebration of the harvest. They could not contain themselves, and as they slit the throats of the Mexica nobles for their necklaces, earrings, bracelets, and golden headdresses, the Mexica Tenochca realized these Castili warriors are not gods, just mere mortals mad with greed. And by the spears, arrows, obsidian edges of Cuauhtémoc's warriors, they were driven out of the city and into the waters of Lake Texcoco, where they sank with the weight of their booty. And that night, Tenochca stood together against the greed of the invaders. La Noche Triste was not really a sad night. Never shall the descendants of Mexico consider it as a sad night. We stood together as it had been done again. We were all amazed, dumbstruck at his grand tale that we had just heard. We wondered if Grandpa was telling the truth, but he was very serious, so we all believed it. After all, we had settled down, and Joaquin asked Grandpa what was in the jar. He quickly changed his face and pointing with his finger around the room as if we're questioning the truthfulness of his tale. I thought you guys would never ask. I know you don't believe my fantastic tale. That happens to be the truth, so I have brought proof. As this was happening in Tenochtitlan, Cortes got word and reassembled his troops and even brought his ship over land. Unfortunately, the invaders led by Cortes defeated the Mexica, but not without Cortes suffering our personal loss. At this point, Grandpa pulled the cloth off the jar, and we all screamed in fright. He laughed with a fantastic strength, and we held each other. He pointed to the jar filled with clear liquid where two fingers floated, two white, dirty fingers. These are the fingers Cortes lost against the Mexica. Never forget them as long as you live, he concluded with a serious face, again covering the jar with a cloth. We all went to bed scared. The next day, we wanted to play Aztecas and Conquistadores, and everybody wanted to be Cuauhtemoc. Nobody wanted to lose their fingers.
That was brilliant. What a story. Oh, your grandfather sounds amazing. And the fingers. I almost lost my fingers, but I won't say how.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, that was something. All right. Well, here we go. I hope everyone is enjoying themselves. And if you're not, then go write down, thank you, Miss Magliari Morantino, 100 times. Now we're going to go with DG Clearing.
Hello, Miss Magnier, whatever your name is, teacher. It's nice to be here and good to see you.
Good to see you.
Yes. So
very, very gestury.
It's, this time of year with the elections, there's lots of gestures and jokers out there. So I've got a couple poems for you tonight. In celebration of the harvest and Halloween, this is a Hallows Eve. A full moon, the blue moon, the first to follow a harvest moon, rising as the blood moon on this All Hallows Eve. Celestial bodies are in line. The harvest has been taken. Fields have been picked. The winter's food is stored. Now is the time to celebrate. Lay offering to the spirits, part of our bounty. Flames of the bonfire give rebirth in their ashes. Good and evil will dance tonight in a waltz for your soul. The dead will rise. Demons walk the earth this evening. Released from their bondage, angels will stand on guard. Heads of the horsemen are displayed, the jack-o'-lanterns on every post. Ghosts of your past will haunt you. Make peace with them on this Halloween night. Drink with the spirits. Listen to their stories. Say your grace. Be thankful for the harvest. Thank you. Second poem tonight. As COVID-19 spreads at the highest infection rate ever, many try to escape its grips. This is Into the Woods. Beginning the start of the end, the air of the dead and dying surround me. Terror fills the sky with droplets of death. There must be an escape. Too many people are infected. Metropolis is doomed. What can I do? Fight or flight? I went to the woods, past where the blights of people travel, following a path at first, deep into the wilderness, where fallen trees covered with moss and lichen lay. Only the tracks of the animals could be seen. Walking through an ancient fern forest, trudging the mud and stench of the bogs, wading through lily pads and cattails, at the river traversing the rapids, treading along the edge, climbing the bank to the clearing, walking through the grasses in the meadow, at the end going into the drudgery. Brushes of spiny barbs blocked my advance. Stumbling, falling, now suspended in needles, I am stabbed, pierced, and bleeding. Mosquitoes come by the thickets and gorge me. Ticks from the grasses feed on my blood. Leeches from the muck drain my essence, infesting me with disease. Night falls with the blood moon. Coyotes come and gnaw at my limbs. Vultures wake me at dawn. Can you hide? Thank you. Appreciate it. Happy Halloween, everybody. All I need you to do for Halloween so the spooks don't get you is go out and vote. Vote, vote, vote. Don't let the spooks get you this year. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, DG Clearing, for clearing all that up. He brought me back to when I would have to park my Chevy Impala in the Bronx to walk to school. It took me right there.
Teacher is so good. Thank you for the lesson.
Good night. Thank you so much, Court.
I will even stay after school for detention if you want.
Oh, is that an indecent proposal? I'll give you an F. Okay. Good night. Good night, TG. Oh my goodness. I think I just got an indecent proposal from a court jester in the classroom. Okay. Well, we better vote because I may have to do this every Thursday. And you don't want that. You don't want that.
I'm a bad boy some days. The gesture's a bad boy.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Well, here we go. Now let's go with Dylan DeForge.
Hello.
Hello.
So I have two pieces. One of them's new. And then the other one I read on Monday, but I really like it, so I'd like to read it again.
So when it's new, what do you say?
New shit.
I don't want to have to deduct points. It's the rule.
Of course. Yeah. I already had class calls today, so I might as well just make sure I'm making a good effort the whole time. This first poem is called Horror Tonkas for a Campfire. 1. Beyond stalkless fields, a portrait of a famine, a pitchfork rises. I feel a leather glove grip my calf and hear, ah, a harvest. 2. Kissing reflections in the dark hall of mirrors, I see past lovers, imprints of lips forgotten when their dates left them behind. 3. A hillside chapel, spiral stairs counterclockwise, a knockerless bell. The altar is stained with blood. The candles are still burning. 4. Paddling upstream to scramble back into town to warn the others. My God, those eyes of vengeance behind black spindles of hate. And this next one is called Scrapyard Hunting Party. Huffing through the holes of a hockey mask, hammering home runs with a baseball bat, cracking them over the mountains of trash. This is my release. This clearing is my anger room without the soundproof walls. This space is my studio to be the wrecking ball, the hydraulic press crushing a dimension out of four-wheelers, screeching, "Come home, Flatsy," under God's thumb of steel. Clawed feet clang against metal sheets, and suddenly the surveillance cameras short, and the searchlights fizzle out. The high beams flicker on from a busted Ford on the highest heap of garbage, and now I'm center stage. Out comes the entourage. A bulldog with bruised purple fur and a cavity where two eyes would be, whipping his head around, chewing a frisbee. A cane corso walking corpse with cropped ears made of charcoal, perched on cracked pottery. A mastiff mummified in plastic stalks around this makeshift pet parlor, be gathered to one's barkers. Two tails twisting around each other for support as cats missing half their limbs tango around the tiles and fractured bathroom tiles. A crew of raccoons with infant fingers do shadow puppets by the bulbs. A bear in the womb, black swans under the moon, Satan as a billy goat, then Satan with a goatee. I'm tripping over cans to haul ass to the back seat of my ride, and I find a bag of Doritos on the carpet and toss it at the ring's edge to bribe the hunters and the hunted. Puffing through the holes of my hockey mask, hearing for a holler or a thump of hooves. I think they're back to the grave because no one moves. Then the ring shrinks into a laser point and centers on my chest. Now I'm scrambling aimless. No bets, my escape will be painless.
My. You are all a chipper bunch. Anything else, Mr. DeForge, you'd like to say to the class?
Sure. You can find me on Instagram at DeForgery. On there, there's also a website that links to my other social media. I'll put that in the chat.
Very clever. Thank you for uplifting my spirits. And good night.
Good night. Thank you.
Okay. So now I see there is a man named Bill Elkins who is going up next.
Hello there.
Hello.
I have to reiterate what DJ Clearing said earlier to urge everybody to go out and vote. I was initially going to do a song sort of like that would sound a siren of the need to vote, like Eve of Destruction, something like that, but I got my senses back with me and I'm going to be doing a Dylan cover. So here goes. Go away from my window, leave at your own chosen speed. I'm sorry, let me start again, please. Go away from my window, leave at your own chosen speed. I'm not the one you want, babe. I'm not the one you need. You say you're looking for someone, never weak but always strong, to protect you and defend you, whether you are right or wrong. Someone to open each and every door, but it ain't me, babe. No, it ain't me, babe. It ain't me you're looking for, babe. Go lightly from the ledge, babe. Go lightly on the ground. I'm not the one you want, babe. I will only let you down. You say you're looking for someone who will promise never to part. Someone to close his eyes for you. Someone to close his heart. Someone who will die for you and more. But it ain't me, babe. No, 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 it ain't me, babe. It ain't me you're looking for, babe. Go melt back in the night. Everything inside is made of stone. There's nothing in here moving. And anyway, I'm not alone. You say you're looking for someone who'll pick you up each time you fall. To gather flowers constantly and to come each time you call. A lover for your life and nothing more. It ain't me, babe. No, 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 it ain't me, babe. It ain't me you're looking for, babe. Thank you.
Now, who is it that she's looking for, really? Thank you, Bill Elkins. It was quite a treat. You took me back to my Woodstock days. I'm about to light a joint.
Well, give me one as well, please.
Personally puffed up. Thank you so much, Bill.
You're welcome. Thank you.
So you vote. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Now we're going to go to Joski C. Or is it Joeski Saya? Someone help me. I never can say anything right. Joe? Is there a Joe? I'll mark him absent. No?
Oh, no, I'm here. I'm here, teacher. I'm here.
Okay. Thank you for being late.
Hey, thank you, Ms. Eminem. It is so nice to meet you. And I've got scary music for you. And here we go. Helicopter wind fanning the flames. Fevers are burning. We're praying for rain. Toxic words, toxic breath. As if we're immortal, as if there's no death. And who are these people down on their knees, bowing to a demagogue? 229,000 deaths so far. From presidential ignorance, homicidal negligence, super spreader president, super spreader president, presidential ignorance, homicidal negligence, super spreader president, super spreader president. Trump is infected. sickness he can't hide, symptoms of delirium and pride, acting like a fever when it's high. Trump is a virus, robs us of goodbyes. In this age of rocket ships, Trump's an escalator. Lies pass between his lips, Trump's an escalator. He goes down, 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 down the escalator. He's going down, 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 down the escalator. Vote if you love this earth. Vote 'cause we all have worth. It's time to make changes. Open up the cages. Free the children. Jail the president. We are all migrants traveling through time, hoping to build something kind. Vote for our rainbow skin. Vote for your melanin. Vote for the ages. Open up the cages. Let the children play. It'll be a brighter day. Free the children. Jail the president.
Oh, Joski, took me back to at Woodstock, topless in the rain. Revolution, revolution.
Now I recognize you. Yeah. That was a good day. Thank you so much, Ms. Eminem.
I need to work. If we don't vote this guy out, I'll never be able to live again. I had to come out of retirement. I belong in the 70s. Thank
Me too,
you.
and I've never left them behind. I truly have not. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Please vote. Don't forget, it is so important. It's never been more important.
Thank you. Thank you for the memories.
Thank you.
Okay. So, hey, don't make me lose character. I just drank the pistachio coquito. I'm losing my mind. All right. Make sure you vote so that we have a fresh life, a fresh take on life. Here we go. Otherwise, God only knows. Skylar Winter, is Skylar Winter?
Yep, I'm here.
Skylar.
Hey there.
Hello. Oh, is that an accent?
This is me coming to you live from Western Australia.
I'm petrified of crocodiles and great whites, but you look like a darling.
Thank you. Yeah. I don't really like to bite people, so you're safe. Okay.
Take it away, Skylar. Is this your first time with us?
This is my first time with you, so you'll need to sing the Pop Cherry song first.
No, but wait. Not the first time ever.
No, well, I've done lots of open mics, and I did one with you guys on, I don't know what day it was, because you guys are on a different day to me. It's Friday morning here. So was it Tuesday, the other event?
Already Dia de los Muertos.
Beautiful. So yeah, it's my first time at this event. But I was going to do another poem, but I'm going to do this one because there's teachers in the room and it kind of felt right. It's called An Algebra Lesson. Today, I have prepared an algebra lesson because everyone should know how difficult it is to make letters of unknown quantity equal something positive. They precede the names of my family like university degrees, although the only doctorate we can claim is in dysfunctionality. You see, PTSD plus ADHD to the power of 2 plus ASD divided by 3 means the probability of cascading catastrophe recurring all too regularly is most fucking likely. ADHD leaps about in the equation, causing fractionation with every conversation and triggering a PTSD supernovaration. Emotional attachment is subtracted by ASD, who then manipulates logic into brackets and presents scientific facts on any given topic. This argument-winning formula breaks down the other letters to their lowest common denominator, so you're just left with the uselessness of deficit and trauma. I see a few of you would like some maths extension, so let's add an extra dimension with 4 more letters that come and go with the regularity of FIFO. I know this is becoming quite the algebraic horror show. The fallout fills our lives with a dark symphony of sounds that sound suspiciously like an avalanche of judgments disguised as suggestions, all profound, but no matter where you place the letters in this equation, they will only ever equal attention deficit, post-traumatic stress, fly-in, fly-out, and autism spectrum. Or soapfish if you want to make an anagram. Added to each other within the brackets of one family, you get the sum total of emotional fuck-uppery. You get a mother morphing to monster, doing far more harm than good, becoming a mother, becoming a monster, becoming a mother full of guilt. Children becoming monsters whenever frustration starts to build. Fathers, notwithstanding the shitstorm that comes at them full tilt, becoming monsters filled to overload with overwhelm, but still having to make the best of things until they fly away again. Mothers, fathers, daughters, sons with monsters they can't contain, overuse a formula that spells sorry and equals shame, hoping for an equation to fade their reptilian brains away, an addition of double negatives to create a positive reframe of a situation soul-destroying, faced by many every day. Thank you.
You need to lead the union for all of us. That was powerful. Skylar in Australia, thank you.
Thanks for having me. It's great. This is fun.
Oh my God, I am so inspired. I actually feel like I need to learn something, and I've only been taking attendance lately. But thank you for joining the class.
Thank you. I don't have to write lines, do I?
Thank you, Mrs. Magliari Morantino, 100 times will be fine.
Okay, on to it.
You'll get an A. Wonderful. Australia. Oh my. So now this class is getting very interesting, and the Coquito has helped immensely. I would like to invite up Vernita Bostic.
Hey, how are you?
I'm here.
Drunk.
Well, not yet. Working on that.
I hope you're calling out tomorrow. I don't need you in front of the kids like that.
It won't be the first time.
Hey guys, how are you? So like a lot of people, I'm working from home. I'm an educator, and my mom called me the other day to see how things were going. And I said, yeah, Ma. I said, yeah, no, we're not at school. I'm at home working remotely, doing the virtual thing. And she's down in North Carolina. And she was like, oh, they're doing the same thing here. She said, so are y'all on the Google? I was like, it's just Google. And she was like, yeah, that's what I said. I was like, I'm not about to sit here and argue with this lady. So I was like, yeah, Ma, we're on the Google. Uh-huh. I was like, well, I got to talk to you later because I got a 2:00 meeting on the Zoom. So I'm going to call you back, okay? Like, why is it that old people always got to put the before things they don't understand? Like, I don't know why they do that. I guess it just makes them feel better. I'm not sure. But this pandemic and quarantine thing has been crazy for a lot of us. Like a lot of people, I spent my birthday in April in quarantine and I had turned 41. And things happen when you get older. Things change physically, they change, biologically. And I was telling my girlfriend how I think I'm finally at the age where I am too old to have kids. And I was like, I'm pretty sure that my eggs are rotten, And she was like, girl, how you know that? She said, is that what the doctor told you? I said, bitch, he don't need to. I said, I'm walking around smelling like sulfur all day. Like, I think that's a pretty good indication. You know what I'm saying? And what else could it be? Like, if you come up with something, please let me know. I am interested in hearing it, please. But I'm one of those people that I have like a silver lining. I find the silver lining in everything. So I was like, the good part is people are walking around now wearing masks. So as long as they wear it over their nose and not on their chin, most people won't even notice, That's me finding my little rainbow in the storm. But it's actually not really a storm because I'm realizing now that I'm actually okay with not having kids because they're expensive. And working around high school students, I've realized that more and more. Because like that grade, that age level, they want the nicest clothes, the latest technology, the hottest footwear, especially when it comes to the shoes. I had a parent tell me that she had spent $400 on a pair of sneakers for her son. And I was looking at her like, okay, have you lost your mind? And I don't know if I was more surprised at the fact that there are sneakers out there that cost that much for teenagers, or at the fact that her son didn't even play basketball. I'm like, ma'am, your son's not even on a team and you paid that much money? So I was like, so basically you spent all that money so your son could walk. That's what you're basically telling me. I was like, I don't know if you heard of this dude named Jesus. You can look him up on the Google. But he did that and a hell of a lot more in just a pair of sandals. Like, what were you thinking? And she's looking at me like I'm the crazy person. And she was like, what's wrong with that? And I said, Ms. Jackson, you came in here and asked me for an SAT fee waiver today. Okay, the test costs $50. If you return them sneakers, Raheem can take the test 8 times. And the way he's doing in school, he might need to. It's just funny because sometimes in education, you think it's the kids that have the messed up priorities and it's the parents. And Raheem, speaking of Raheem, that's actually not a bad name, but I'm also allowed or not having to do with the naming process. Not having kids, I don't have to be involved in that. I see my friends and family going through that as something that, can be stressful for a family. Because I feel like, especially for Black people, because I feel like there's a lot of pressure for us to name our kids something different, something that stands out. You know what I mean? And I feel like on one hand, we want to give them a name that's strong and that means something. But on the other hand, they're probably not going to have a job because of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Black people, I don't know if we realize it, but we love naming our kids after nouns, like a person, place, or thing. Like somebody famous, our favorite drink, somewhere we ain't never been. Like, why do you think we have names like Beyonce, Alizé, Milan Brown? Like that's where we get it from. And what is a Beyonce anyway? Like, Beyonce is a beautiful name, don't get me wrong, until you turn 50. Because after that, it's not cute anymore. Like, I don't want to hear Grandma Beyonce or Grandma Bay. I don't want to hear that. It doesn't sound right. Like, grandmother should be named Hattie Mae and Pearl. Okay, because Hattie Mae and Pearl are cooking Thanksgiving dinner, okay, for everybody. You go over Grandma Beyonce's house and she's making you shrimp fried rice, egg rolls, and ordering the sweet potato pies on DoorDash. Because this bitch is a 40-year-old grandmother of 2 and still hasn't figured out how to cook. All right, guys, thank you. That's my time.
I named my dog Frangelico because of these coquitos. Thank you, Vernita.
You're welcome.
Tonight is teacher therapy night, apparently.
Guess so.
We need help. And it's so great to I get it. Why LaBruja loves Thursdays, always raves. Now I know. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
For speaking all that truth. And I need another drink from. Okay, who's next? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Ray Jane Black
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
What and what is your name?
Oh, you could call me Black Magic.
Oh, I'm afraid. Okay.
Good evening, Mrs. M.
Magliari Morantino.
Magliari Morantino. See, I did it.
You get extra credit.
Yes. So good to see all of you guys. I love your outfits. You know, I ain't really had that much time. So, you know, I just figured I'd be black. That's really scary to a lot of people. So I'm just gonna share some pieces with you guys that actually came out of yesterday's poetry workshop with Peggy Robles, Line Breaks and Bronx Beats. If you guys ever get a chance, you should definitely check it out. Always end up learning something new, always end up getting something I didn't know that I needed. So 2 pieces, they're short. So we usually have to write pieces based on prompts. So the first prompt that this piece came out of was the unsung third stanza in the national anthem. The trick is, these spangles start to look a lot like hanging questions. In these same old colonies, we circle back to whack like nooses. Oops, it's a sleight of tongue, this freedom song, this freedom, this free, dumb, expensive, the stripes we paint on backs, our art graphically splendid, penny for your dreams. Oh, 'tis a veal, spend it, send you a bill for your culture, till you crow, go ahead and sing, child. Ain't nothing left but music and your foes, gleaming in this twilight, giving proof in hindsight of night that your black is still there. Where, oh where, can a nigga shed fear when blue rockets red glare your freedom bursting in air? So that's the first one. Thank you. The second one was based on a prompt, Dear America. Dear America, I ain't your nigga. I am the mine. You steal from mine, but forget to lasso my mind. I am sublime. The seas are monuments to me, your trashed black baby mistakenly left out in the heat, but I be cake mix, honky. Put me in fire and aspire to my rise, but I won't shout surprise when my people recall their lunar spins and turn tide on your hide. You lied. Ain't quit yet, trying to define my free, as if you crooked and cowardly could venture to embody something that looks like me, fresh and dripping with infinity, returning your chains. They don't belong to me. Sincerely, Black unconditionally. Thank you.
Oof, powerful there. Very Black Magic, you did your voodoo on me. I feel ashamed of America. I'm gonna go to Iceland.
Hell yeah. I mean, I would go, but it's cold over there. Could we find like somewhere warm to go?
I think there's women presidents there.
Oh, so you should have led with that.
I remember for next time.
Okay, you learn something new every day. If you guys would like to follow me, you could follow me at 3_4 clairvoyant. You can find all of my stuff at itsrayjane.com. Thank you for the space.
Yes. You remind me of a woman. Oh, what woman? Woman of power. What power? Power of voodoo. Hoodoo. You do. Thank you, Ray Jane.
Thank you.
I'm feeling extra kooky.
Yes.
It's important for us to allow ourselves to breathe a little. Be free. Next, let's keep it going. There is Unmesh. Holy shit. I won't say this right. Let's unmesh.
Everyone.
Hello.
Hey, Brua. You're looking beautiful.
It's Miss Magliari Morantino to you.
Yeah, true teacher. Perfect. Okay, let me start my piece. Middle of the night. Pitch dark. Dogs howling. Dark clouds. Moon hiding. Road empty. Deserted. Wet. Dark shadows. Playing games. Suddenly! Swish! A car passed by. I was scared. I can hear the steps. I looked in that direction. Someone was walking towards me. Oh God! He came near. I looked at him. He did not look at me. He was faceless, headless. No, the blood was not spluttering from his neck. It had dried long back. Duck, duck. Throbbing sound. I looked down. His heart and still throbbing. Recently broken. I was sure I was dead. My karma and my girlfriend sent me to hell. Shivering, scared, I asked him, "Who are you?" He said, "I am a poor man. I am a poor man. Headless, faceless, heartbroken, living in shadows, poverty, just asking for an identity, a face, a soul. Can you give me a face, a soul, an identity? Please give me my face, my identity." Thank you. Thanks a lot, everyone.
Oh, I was petrified. Thank you, Unmesh. Mohit. Thank you.
Thanks.
You had me looking over my shoulders.
Yeah, thanks everyone. You have been a great audience. You can find me on Amazon as well. This is my book. So if you want, you can buy it. Otherwise, yeah, it has been great participating over here. And I've been participating from last 2 months or something. And it has been a learning experience. And yes, you all rock. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Unmesh. Oh my God, the spooky stories. Halloween always freaks me out. Everybody loves this stuff. This is terrible for teachers. We get egged. They shoot us with eggs. This has happened to me. Oh God, thank you for the memories again. Everyone is just, it's PTSD in the morning. Let's go with Jennifer Rose Gold Yancey. Rose Gold poet. Rose
Yes,
Gold.
ma'am. How are you?
I'm here trying to regain some sanity.
Okay. I hope you find it.
Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Okay.
All right. So this is some new shit. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. This is called Ne Seri Malis. Do not yield to evil. It's on the Bronx coat of arms. So here you go. She had no clue your coon's farm charm veiled an agenda, malice of forethought that would reap nothing but a dead crop full of harm. She wished her eyes had been open from the start. There were multiple glaring red flags to pick up stakes and fly. Her conscience stuff pleaded with her, but she ignored its cry. The whole nerve, texting directives for her to smile when you were the one trying to fade the sunshine from her face. Meanwhile, you buried your own under all that guile, as would the devil giving chase. She knew she needed off this ride, can't stagnate in virulence cloaked as affection, but damn that pride. The world could know of your constant rejection. You open up her body to deposit your trash, tarnishing her gold with sulking, sullen frown, then bag her up and usher her down to the curb quicker than Negroes out of sundown towns. She thought it rather odd you could neither handle hand-holding nor your inability to kiss, but her expected to magically redeem your failed attempt at manhood and clean up after your toxic. Not a jewel carefully chosen, but rather like wild game, caught. That's how you went about courting women. Silence their voices, dismiss their thoughts. Or like fireflies in jars, contain them, then extinguish their light. Your self-hate perhaps could be an example of black flight. Blacksit, you misogyny tool for the white patriarchy. They'll love you until they discover your penchant for their women. Then you'll just be nothing more than another hick darky. I realized why it took so long to forgive you, because I first had to forgive myself for allowing you to reduce my forests to ashes and chuck them in an urn rooted to the shelf. It took a long time to return to me, had to take out a missing persons ad on my own soul. To forgive is to know freedom, and this is exactly how it goes. I will not allow myself to be yoked. I am not the red nose to your clown. I am no longer the butt of your jokes. I will not stuff myself down. Thank you.
On behalf of all white people, I'm sorry. Sorry. Rose Gold poet, ladies and gentlemen. I understand that I need to understand. I'm trying. It's my first
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's go now and see what Catman Bill is bringing. Will it be something I have to repent for? I wonder. Catman Bill, Catman Bill, cats.
Here we are, Mrs. Molinari.
Oh, it's Magliari Morantino, but thank you.
Morantino, I'm so sorry. You know, you very much remind me of Mrs. Hennigan, my fourth grade lay teacher at St. Joe's. I was the only student with a Jewish last name in Catholic school. But Mrs. Hennigan once caught me talking in class, and she brought me up to her desk and moved her chair back and said, "Get under my desk." So I crawled under her desk, and she moved her chair back into place and continued teaching class. I looked up and I saw these fat thighs opening and closing, opening and closing. And I thought, this is Catholic punishment. I don't know, but you kind of remind me of Mrs. Hennigan. Were you ever Mrs. Hennigan?
I won't tell this to you. I'll say it in a confessional if I have to.
I've had to drink vodka all evening just to say that to you. But, you know, I thought that, you know, if I reached up and touched her vagina, what could she do? Scream? Could she pretend I didn't, which then I would touch it again? Or could she call up the principal, Father Emmeling, and say, "Father, little Billy Katz just touched my vagina. What should I do?" And he would say, "Well, how did he get to touch your vagina?" "I put him under my desk for talking in class." Well, Mrs. Hennigan, you march little Billy Katz right down to my office right now so I can put him under my desk. Okay, So that's not why I came.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't you. So I'd like to do a quick song called Corona Pneumonia and the Boogie Woogie Flu. Corona, pneumonia, and the boogie woogie flu. It's messing with my headgear. I don't know what to do. Send me money, send me face masks, send the oxygen too. It's time for elections and Monday morning blues. The doctor wants to see me to take my temperature. She doesn't want to shake my hands while keeping her secure. My mortician's on the phone with my body measurements. If I don't vote Republican, I won't be heaven sent. Corona, pneumonia, and the boogie woogie flu. It's messing with my headgear and I don't know what to do. Send me money, send me face masks, send the oxygen too. It's time for elections and Monday morning blues. The wighead in Washington doesn't even know the time. More fake news on the flat screen on transmission lines. He's even tested positive. He's spreading his disease, sniffling and sneezing and sending out more sleaze. Corona, pneumonia, and the boogie woogie flu. It's messing with my headgear and I don't know what to do. Send me money, send me face masks, send the oxygen too. It's time for elections and Monday morning blues.
Whoa!
I'll drink to that.
Me too.
And if anyone wants to know the mysteries of Donald Trump, my book, Donald's Vanity Tantrums, it'll tell you all about where he came from and how he did. And in my release, the first line quoted, "You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy, Obi-Wan Kenobi." At the end, I used my Trump stimulus check to help fund this project. You can find it anywhere online.
That is just great. I guess we know who you're not voting for.
No, I'm voting for Donald Trump. I need him to win so that my book remains on the 10 bestseller list.
Oh my God. Get under the table. Get under the table.
Well,
I'm sorry. It's the coquito. Okay. Bill Katz. That was cool. Enjoy the vodka. There we go. Drink all your troubles down. Now, let's see. Paul Latore.
I got that from a lot of teachers. It's actually La Torre or La Torre. Either one is fine.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Miss Eminem. Appreciate you. How are you tonight? I see you're getting looser as the night goes on. You're starting to get more relaxed. Let a lot of those Woodstock stories out, you know. You know, La Bruja, you know, I don't mean to insult you, but La Bruja is she's a staple. We kind of miss her.
I'll let her know if Trump becomes president, I'll be back here next Thursday because I bet he'll be coming back.
Okay, one more reason to vote.
I need a job. So yeah.
Got you. Yeah.
Latore.
Okay. let's get into it. It is spooky season. So I finished this poem today. A lot of y'all are reading super new shit, so I'm gonna stay in the tradition. This is called Hallows Eve. I don't know if I'm Beetlejuice, Bloody Mary, or Candyman, but look in the bathroom mirror, repeat my name 3 times, and I'll appear. And you, doe-eyed as deer, may run from fear of not understanding me. A scarecrow is a mannequin or decoy, often imitating the shape of a human boy or man. And we get dressed in old raggedy clothes and placed in open fields to discourage birds from disturbing and feeding on seed and crops. See, we are a prop to you, living beings, propping up gourds left in fields, yet we feel every bit abandoned, hung, and left for dead as orphan kids. We are bodies unwanted, strewn up, sewn, and stuffed with straw for guts, burlap sacks for face, and absence for brains. My eating disorder placed me on the sidelines of life for so many years, spectating as others run the maze of maize, stalking you through bundles of corn crops, circling fields in hopes of finding exit sign, while we are forever stuck protecting a home which doesn't belong to us. We never chose, but must patrol always, a sentinel bound to the post of our own post-traumatic stress and disorders eating away at us, birds of prey picking, strewn up like Christ on crucifix. Only his punishment lasted a mere 9 hours, and he gets to spend eternity being praised for his sacrifice. Meanwhile, we straw men, self-inflict, suffer 1,000 times as long with no end in sight, jack-o'-lanterning sight from our own button eyes. I have drained the life from my own crooked smile with the jackknife of my fingernails more times than I can count on 50 hands. You see, fingers of the accomplice to the real murder weapons, and I am Edward's scissored hands, ready to slice whoever summons us, one more than twice, carving jagged smiles permanent from ear to ear, reaffirming that no one's safe in the sunken place. Because once every 364 days we make our way down from the post on All Hallows Eve, we are allowed to once again walk amongst the living, and I let down my face just to reveal this mask. To trick for treats, we effigies deserve to keep some seeds to feed ourself once yearly at least, do we not? I'd starved so long while pumpkins rot amongst the apple amples, worming endless ears of corn, glutting me to butter them. But I always protest and deny myself sustenance. But I mean, why in the fuck should the birds have all the fun? They caw and strut, ganging up on this gangly guardian, keeping watch to keep all which is precious protected from hungry flocks. You know, I read once that a group of ravens is named an unkindness, and a large flock of crows is also known as a murder, and that seemed all too fitting to me. Ironic, really, that here I am protecting you from becoming food, from murder, from unkindness, and despite this, you still choose not to feed or notice me, will never see me as anything more than straw man without a thought in his fibrous head, painted inanimate, incoherent, and ominous. An object possessed and meant to stand and watch, doing the dirty work you do not want. Well, if that's all you'll see me as, I'll fill the role you cast me in. See, we supporting characters deserve our place in the credits too. And if only you knew what it's like to live forever endless, analyzing every choice, being haunted by ravenous flocks of thoughts of what you could have become, to be made to face misdeeds night and day, strung up on a stake of your past mistakes, the only company kept, coming to peck and chew at you with beak as sharp as claws of insecurity. I've been told good things must always reach an organic end. And just like Netflix, I realized I had no friends. And as this fact set in, this rope around my neck keeps getting tight and tighter every night, keeping me tethered head to body, body to waist, torso to frame, this body strung up on the stake, welcoming flames to incinerate. I've always been the type to welcome disaster quick, forever famished and wanton, willing to cut myself open like a slasher flick and crawl upon the floor, just an abdomen seeking completion of freedom's legs. See, every year, this night, we seance sentience, seeking a home beyond all this emptiness filling me, turning my being some spooky season cliche thing found in an episode of Tales from the Crypt, or Goosebumps shit, even Are You Afraid of the Dark, any horror anthology. So if you need me to be your Boogie, Candy, Slender Man, any straw-filled villain just to fill the space, to watch your place and keep it safe, but at moment's notice willing to turn up, gore, murder, hack, and eviscerate any hope of escape from the second I materialize on your screen, then that's what I'll be. Because Lil Wayne said it best when he said, I'm a monster, every day is Halloween. Because for me, Ever since I was stitched from the parts of me longing to be flawless and filled these guts with nothing but straw, I have stood watch as your obedient servant, straw man, and disorder. If you need to make monster of me, just to make you feel safe each day outside of All Hallows Eve, well, fuck it then. Let them peck and feed on me instead. Monsters can take the pain. Hang me up and see that that's just what I'll be.
Oh, well, thank you, Edgar Allan Poe Rican.
Appreciate y'all. I'm so honored to spend all seasons with y'all, but especially the spooky season. Y'all have really brought the heat tonight, and I appreciate you all, especially you, Miss M. I don't think I caught your name, and I'd mispronounce it anyway because I'm a teacher.
That's correct.
We butcher names.
It's
all right.
In the manual.
All right. Well, I appreciate y'all. If you want to find me online, my IG and Venmo are both Paul Conqueso. I appreciate y'all. Love you. Not Bruja.
Paul Conqueezy, thank you. Let's go now. This is getting spookier by the minute, and it's just no wonder. Michael Sindler.
Okay, now I did bring an apple for the teacher, Miss MM.
Oh.
Just goes to show I have been studying, and I've got the answer for my homework.
Oh, you're
okay. Just so you know, and
you might have to go under the table too.
I'm fine with that. I do my best work down there.
Disgusting.
Just I didn't bring it up, but so for once I am actually going to bring some new shit. It's incredibly raw, but this has a shelf life of hours, so I might as well do it now. You think you know scary with your witches and zombies, your ghosts and your goblins and mummies and monsters? You think we still shiver when we hear wolves howling or bones rattling or old crones cackling? All that stuff's so out of date, defunct, laughable, and quaint. It no longer scares or compares to what's blowing in the air. The tiny ball with antennas so small we can't see is killing us off. It's bringing such misery. It's suspended and upended Halloween, along with so many things we took for granted, those trick-or-treat pleas that we chanted, no more knocking on doors, grabbing candy from neighbors. The masks we now wear don't resemble strange creatures. They just cover our noses and mouths. It hardly seems like a holiday now. We stay home and watch movies, scary, but with happy endings. The monster gets vanquished or temporarily vanishes because there have to be sequels. But now it's real people dying in droves with no antidote or vaccine, no way to hit pause or move on to the next scene. Except maybe if we vote and kick out a few real monsters and put someone in charge who will look for answers and silence the mobs of ignorant slobs who ignore the real and try to conceal and distort every scientific report, deny that their breath carries the specter of death with no faith in science, not caring who dies. We need a leader to say, stop, this isn't a movie. Forget about Q and listen to Fauci. The tiny monster in the wind existing in globules and mist is real and is dangerous, but we can resist and recover if we take simple precautions. Masks aren't just for one night. Keep them on, keep them tight so the light of the full moon won't reflect on all the tombstones newly placed in graveyards. Let's get back to a place where horror is play and the macabre mood only lasts for a day, and we can enjoy a good fright on Halloween night, knowing when we get up, we won't have to hide from the monster around us that wants to get inside because science and sense have provided defense, and the madness we see will be history. We can put on our costumes with no more KKK goons, so only ghosts will wear sheets. Just being back to normal, knocking on doors together with neighbors will be the best treat. Candy's good, but being safe and well is even more sweet. This Halloween night 2020, has real frights, way too many, but it will be better in 21 once our side's won. Kick the pumpkin to the curb, bring on Harris and Biden. So let's hope that works. And do I still have a little time here? Okay, this is another little sort of Halloweeny. It's called expired tickets. These tickets aren't for a prayer wheel. There's no payout, just more time in a jail cell of a cranium crammed with corroded thoughts. There's a skull and a skull for each explanation you bought without waiting to find out where it came from or if it was dangerous, if it would lead to mayhem. Tickets clicking through your teeth like a dry tongue, ripped off one by one, song sung, bell rung, ideas dancing like a rat on a spinning wheel, every step like the last, leading nowhere. Once the ticket rolls out, where will there be? Who's the master of the show? Violins hum from the bow. Often lips hang empty with no answer. Feet step to the tune, a one-trick dancer. There's no question, so don't ask me. There's no refund when you get in free. Easy entry with a push, the light so bright. The long, slow exposition of the story. Brief candle illuminates the shadow play. Flicker of time till it sputters and expires. One ticket only, one performance signifying nothing. Sold out before anyone knew what was coming. Can't find the exit, but it's always straight ahead. Between each pregnant pause, we circle round instead. Always madly questioning, out of mind is out of head. A hand grasp says, alas, the circle of a coil. A walking shadow of a gesture revolves but never resolves. Expectation of expiration. Disappointment without termination. Where is anywhere that could be there and done? Seems like there's none. So happy Halloween, everybody. And vote fuckers.
Thank you for the profanity. 2020 makes the 70s look like the Magic Garden, where all we had to worry about was the clap. Thank you.
Thank you.
For the memories. Okay. Let's see now. There's someone here. It's named Nelson. Nelson Perez Melgers.
Yes. Hi.
Hello.
I think this is my first time sharing something in this kind of space. And
so-
it's some new shit. So
Okay. Wait, so do you want me to sing you the Pop the Cherry theme?
if you don't mind.
Oh gosh, LaBrouge, I swear. Okay, only for my pension. We're going to pop the cherry, baby. Pop the cherry. Pop, pop the cherry, baby. Pop the cherry. I said pop, pop, pop. The cherry, baby. Pop. Everyone, class, welcome the new poet, Nelson Perez Melgers.
Thank you. Okay. It's called temporary protected status. I find Papi trying to find Santa Ana in every television channel he skips, along the aisles of American supermarkets, and his fatigued reflection in the mirror. Mommy misses her brother, the days before addiction, before children, before heartbreak, before English was weaponized, before broken English was weaponized, and before go back to your country transcended from Anglo-Saxon thought to imperialist policy. Abuelita prays for the grandchildren of her brother who died in a crumbling hospital in San Salvador, a brother she last saw on the rearview mirror of a taxi on her way to the Guatemalan border a millennia ago. She clings on to the same rosary he gave her all those years ago. Guanacos hide behind sweet, tortured Jesus to mask the pain of family members lost to the Rio Grande, the Chihuahuan Desert, to tourist visas, the Statue of Liberty, monthly MoneyGrams, work permits. Among my most vivid memories are watching Mommy and Papi declare devotion to loved ones they'd never touch, feel, or smell again on prepaid phone cards they bought at the laundromat the ones with non-refillable minutes. Now they cry to a tiny rectangle on a blurry WhatsApp screen as they lied to abuelo and hermanito about returning for Semana Santa and long for a land between two tamarindo trees where the light Aguachapán breeze tickles a girl's peach skin as she dances to the zumbas of the Catholic bells in the distance, where las señoritas del cantón hold their rosaries to their heart, their silky heads bowed in vibrant prayer, where coffee fields mimic gold mines, where groups of golden boys, future apostles, wave sparkly dynamite in the scorched sunset sky, where sunbathed queens in poinsettia skirts sell chili dipped mangoes for survival, where tipsy uncles tell Civil War anecdotes of charred cardboard homes and dismembered bodies on Morazan bridges. But in between their teary-eyed smiles, reunification remains an immigrant fallacy, confounded by noxious migrant policies. So in the days that become decades, I teach mommy and papi English, order their food at restaurants, translate consultations with a bankruptcy lawyer, as economic depressions, Salvatrucha empires, and tectonic displacements ravage our homeland. But they split my Central American identity into parts that can be counted. They say they smell the burning, thinning ropes between motherland and my blooming personhood. I'd like to refute their words. I was born there too, traveled on the same plane they did, cried in a stamped visa picture, said goodbye, never returned. But I cannot know their painful sickness, longing for home, when I have built my own in a land that took so much from theirs. I dream of being the bridge between two complicated nations, to bring them to Las Margaritas where they fell in love, hand in hand under the Salvadoran sky. Instead, I am their growing vine, that only flowers were rooted.
Oh, Nelson. You brought the romanticism. My Italian side is coming up very. I'm so grateful to have popped your cherry. Now, you know, it was La Bruja's third grade teacher who popped your cherry forever and ever. And thank you. Welcome as a poet into this world. Don't let it be the last.
Thank you so much, everybody.
I popped it, everybody. I am so moved by everyone tonight. I am so grateful. Okay, let's see now. Nicole Jaworski.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Miss M.
Magliari Morantino.
Magliari Morantino.
Thank
you. Okay. I'm gonna sing you guys a song I wrote. This is my first time here too, but I could just like take the pop the cherry from. We're back to back, so it's like you pop the cherry for both of us.
Pop, pop, pop. Don't.
Yes, exactly.
Don't take away the pop.
So this is something I wrote recently about my special kinship with Alice in Wonderland, and what she learned from the Mad Hatter. If my world had matched me, I wouldn't feel the need to turn the world upside down, to set my soul free. I've always had such vivid dreams where I'm the most professed life philosophies. They said I lost my head, but instead I fell down the rabbit hole. I found peace of mind, and now same. My word had matched me, I wouldn't feel the need to turn the world upside down to set my soul free. Oh, I started feeling so small again, but my friend from underneath just whispers in my ear, madness is far from wrong, especially when it's real. Yeah, I fell down the rabbit hole, but I found peace of mind in Alice's
Nicole Jaworski, everyone.
Thank you guys. Oh, I actually made a little poster. It's very spooky. You probably can't read it, but it just says that I have an art Instagram and a YouTube that has hardly any videos on it. But it also says, much love to you all. I'm so inspired by you guys. So,
Nicole, thank you. Very, very lovely. 2 beautiful cherries in a row in a Shirley Temple, it felt like. It was just like pure and innocent and effervescence. Now, I'm up to my caramel coquito. I may be speaking Spanish by the end of this show. It's delicious. Okay, Destiny Garcia.
Hello.
Hello.
So I wrote this last week, so this is new shit.
New cock-a-doo-doo.
And it's called My Black is Their Kind of Black. My black was the black that if I say, oh, I'm not, they'll believe me. My black was a black that when I entered a room, they kind of got scared. My black was the one where they say, she got the good hair. My black stopped me when I wanted to take a trip upstate. My black was a black that told me, you can't make a scene. My black was the kind of black that when I said, I want to speak to the manager, I was ratchet. The kind of black where I'm trying too hard, the one where my voice is overrode by my demanding attitude. My black was the one that said, who does that bougie bitch think she is? My black reminded me to stay in my bubble. My black for so long was a black that didn't say she was black. My black was a black that came from the Caribbean. My black was convinced that I was different. My black was that black that wasn't that kind of black. As if we were in a separated field and that kind of black coalescing up. Oh wait, because my black was the same black that got shipped around. My black was the one that was forced to assimilate. My black forgot my brothers and sisters because you see, my black in the Caribbean was the same black in the Americas. 400 years of European conformity, denouncing my past. What I was saying to myself was they took my people and taught them Spanish. I surely was not the same. What I was saying was my color wasn't good enough when the master saw us. My color wasn't standing up for me when I needed it. What I was saying was that I was allowing my colonizers to define my beauty. I was allowing them to remove the beauty from my wide hips and fat ass. I was reminding them they can win and they will, because my black was never mine. My black was theirs. Their black sold daughters to be raped. Their black had our men in the plantations, hands blood-crusted, backs scarred from endless lashings. Their black robbed us of our joy. Their black burned our statues of Yemaya and Oshun. Their black made us learn Caridad de Cobre. Their black said, ¿Quién es Shango? And gave us Santa Barbara, riddled us with disease and misery, and then have the audacity to ask, why are y'all so damn mad? Their black stops here. The black that I crave belongs to no one and everyone. The black I seek has no possession because it isn't trying to be anything. Black is power. Black is telling your daughter to stop with those damn perms. Black is hugging your family and telling them you love them. Black is laughing so hard you have to catch your breath at the family reunion. Black is asking who made the potato salad. Black girl, it's about that beautiful strong nose and full lips. Black girl, it's about that afro that life than blooming flowers. Black boy, it's about expressing your emotions even when you feel weak. Black boy, it's about reading your books and being proud of your education. Black youth, it's about realizing we are systematically oppressed, but that will never break our spirits. Thank you. I'm gonna link my Cash App and IG and chat bar.
Destiny Garcia, thank you so much for that. I stopped teaching Columbus in my class. I stopped teaching the lies. I am ready to reform history class and let everyone know of the beauty that is Blackness. Africa, the motherland of humanity. I'm still learning, but thank you. And now, let's see for the final performance. Let's go with Andy Markert.
Hi there. I Miss M.
Hello. It's apparently Eminem, but it's Miss Magliari Morantino.
Morantino.
One extra credit.
All right. I've got some new shit.
New cockadoodie in the house, taking it away this evening here, Andy.
This piece is called When the Universe Exploded, or Broken Roses Held a Promise for Tomorrow. Growing up, I was taught by the army of the faithful that the Big Bang Theory was a lie. Or, just in case they were wrong, God pushed the button. That nothing came from nothing. My Big Bang moment was on a December night, almost a decade ago now, but I still remember my world was consumed by starlight and longing and perfection and hope in your arms. Two young people out for a walk talking, because that was all the date either of us could afford. And that one rose seller forcing a rose into our hands, using my last dollar in my wallet to buy a rose that broke as we bumped into one another as we walked. Hands inches from hands, shivering softly, the girl from New Mexico and the boy from Georgia who hadn't quite mastered winter coats, unable to find a language to touch without giving in to something deeper, raging like radiation and comets, streaming at light speed into our orbits, the acknowledgement of the broken beauty, sparking eyes and a laugh and a kiss that turned a sub-zero night into something explosive, that fire that became the stardust that ignited our blue giants, the red dwarfs that defined the color of my light spectrum, became the moment. The planets of my consciousness circled the binary star of your mind and body. The light in my eyes belonged to you. That broken rose, lying in your hand, held the promise of all of my tomorrows. And suddenly, as if by accident or design, it vanished. Like your smile, train receding in the distance on a promise to come back. You did, eventually. Months later, in the heat of a summer, long after our rose had wilted and the wildfire had burned away, leaving the embers. But if you listen, if you sift from the ash that created me, buried deep in my adulthood is the tiny spark, the one coal, the final ember that cries out, I will wait for you forever. Boy in the snow, desperate to show you the man he has become. Thank you.
Andy, that was beautiful.
Well, thanks.
Thank you for closing us out with your lovely poetry. It moved me almost to tears. But for some tears, I'll just think about my teaching career. Here's the last of the coquito. I'm going to sip. This was caramel, very delicious. So far, pistachio might have been the one, but it's just. Ave María, Dios mío. Oh my God. Soy puertorriqueña otra vez. Este coquito está delicioso, mi gente, no te creas. Ordénalo de Overdose. Y todo el mundo, muchas gracias por estar con nosotros. It's very spooky times that we're living in. But make sure that you use your voice. I had Miss Morantino Magliari for a year, and she called me Caridad, and I never corrected her because I was afraid to speak up. For a whole year, I was called Caridad, and my name is Caridad. But if I've learned anything, it's to speak up and own my truth. And I hope all of you do too. And when we get together next week, may it be and rejoice. May it be so, because I'm tired of the sadness, the injustice, and the lies. I love all of you. Happy Halloween. Día de los Muertos. Que viva mi gente, ahora y siempre. Peace. Pendejo free 2020, boo. And go write Miss Morantino Magliari 100 times anyway.